I got to ask you. Seriously, when I hear that as a Packers fan, I'm thinking there's hope. Maybe he's staying. What do you make of Rodgers' comments?
Well, it's a beautiful mystery, isn't it? We don't know. Nobody knows what Aaron Rodgers is thinking. But I can tell you this, by his look, his long hair don't care. Because he don't care. He's just saying what he wants to say. He's doing what he wants to do. And he's out there having another MVP season. So if you're a Packers fan, you don't know what you're going to have next year, and we don't know what we're going to see next year, and nobody knows where Aaron Rodgers is going to be. So let's just enjoy the rest of this year and their playoff run, and maybe we'll see, another great post-game interview where everyone says there's no way he's leaving Green Bay, and then he'll jump on the Pat McAfee show and say, let's pump the brakes here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got a lot of things to evaluate, and then everyone can jump back on the other side of things.
See, I think, but though, Dan Graziano, if you're a Packers fan, you're looking at this and saying, he's taking it all in. He sees the beauty of Lambeau. Yeah. He's talking about pumping the brakes. That means he's going to be here next year and beyond. So do these comments make any difference to you?
No. Look, he's a fantastic guest on Pat's show. Like, it's wonderful for Pat and for the show and good for all of them. But there's no to try and parse when he's being sincere and when he's not is a fruitless exercise. What I look at is the fundamentals of the situation. Regardless of what anyone's saying or regardless of the outcome of this season, you still have a player who's carrying a $46 million cap hit next year for a team that's projected to be $40 million over the cap. This player adjusted his contract this offseason so that would happen, to force a decision on the part of the team because, as he made extremely clear in the press conference he gave when he showed up for training camp, he doesn't really like a lot of the things that go on there and how the organization runs, and he'd probably rather be somewhere else. None of those fundamentals have changed. He goes on McAfee and he delivers every single time, and we use it, and it's great. It's great content. But I don't think people should be parsing it for sincerity because right now I think he's aware of what he's saying. I think he is enjoying the attention, and I think, and look, in his defense, when I talk to people in that building, when I talk to Packers coaches, they say he's all in, that he's been great in the building, that he's been a great leader in the locker room. All those things are true and need to be said. But in terms of how, if you're a Packers fan trying to get some hope from this, I would caution you.
Oh, Packers fans, that's your Buzz Killington, Dan Graziano. Thanks, Dan. Neek, let me ask you, where do you think he should play next season? Because I'm thinking if things are going so well and you're taking it in and doing 360s and loving life, why not stay?
Yeah, I think Brian Gutekunst has done an outstanding job, frankly. Even some of the things that we've criticized him for in drafting A.J. Dillon, he's panned out to be a pretty excellent contribution to the team and has taken some of the pressure off of Aaron Rodgers and made them more flexible. He's loaded that team up with outstanding defensive players that have finally seemed to come together a bit more this season and play well. He's gotten him an offensive line that's outstanding with maybe the best tackle in football in Adams, the best receiver, possibly the best route runner in football. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers, if he leaves, he's not leaving to find a better football situation. He may be leaving because he doesn't like being in the middle of the country, or he doesn't like being in Wisconsin, or he's tired of being cold or whatever, but he can't argue. It's hard to argue that you can go somewhere else and the situation's going to be much better. He's there. He's comfortable in the offense. He's put together back-to-back MVP caliber seasons. They've been the number one seed a couple of times. Like, it's hard for you to look at this and blame Brian Gutekunst. The one mistake that they made was trying to draft for the future in Jordan Love. And I feel like if you can point to one mistake and you're Aaron Rodgers, you're going to go elsewhere, and they're going to make a lot more than one big mistake. So I can understand wanting to move on somewhere else, but I think Aaron Rodgers needs to take responsibility, and it probably carries over to a lot of things in his life. You need to take responsibility and say, I want to leave because I want to leave. Don't try to blame it on Brian Gutekunst. Don't try to blame it on anyone else. I don't like it here. It's cold. I don't like it here. I don't want to do that. Like, I've played a long time, and I deserve to make my own decisions. Fine. Say that. But don't come out here and try to blame it on somebody else with your laundry list of errors and try to make it seem like they forced you out. They've done everything. They've given you everything that you could need to win Super Bowls if that's what you care about. And I'm not judging you for it. I just wish that Aaron Rodgers would step up and take responsibility for his decisions and stop trying to paint himself as some sort of victim, whether it's about football or anything else. No one is victimizing you. You got a great situation. Life is good. If you want to change, that's fine. If I don't like something, I'm happy to say, look, I don't like this. I want to change it. You don't need to look around and find someone else to blame it on.
All right. I can't wait to see that press conference if he, in fact, does leave. Why did you leave?
He won't.
I don't like it here. It's cold. That's it. He just walks
That's
off.
not what he's going to say. He's going to blame somebody else somehow. I don't know. It's going to be the vaccine's fault why he has to get out of Wisconsin. That's what it is.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.